Welcome back. And stories from other parts of the world. U.S. President Donald Trump pledged on Wednesday to back Israel in facing its security challenges during his first official meeting with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu since he took office in January. Trump speaks on his readiness to accept any agreement reached by the Israelis and Palestinians, even if such agreement did not entail the establishment of two independent states, as he urged Netanyahu to hold back on settlements a bit. President Trump also pledged to support Israel in facing all security challenges ahead, as he also reiterated his decision to move the U.S. Embassy to Jerusalem. In response to Trump's remarks, Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas demanded a halt to Israeli settlement expansion in occupied territory and said he was committed to a two-state solution to the conflict with Israel. Abbas' office issued a statement right after the end of a joint news conference between Trump and Netanyahu in Washington. The Israeli Prime Minister arrived in Washington late Monday on an official visit. Prior to his meeting with Trump, he held a series of talks with Vice President Mike Pence and Secretary of State Rex Tillerson, among other officials. In a first, Netanyahu said that Arab states could be an ally to the U.S. and Israel in facing the Iranian threats. Malaysian police said another woman had been arrested over the alleged murder of the half-brother of North Korean leader Kim Jong-un. Royal Malaysian police said in a statement that the woman, who was carrying an Indonesian passport, was arrested at about 2 a.m. on Thursday local time, but the police did not say where she was detained, only that she was identified on CCTV footage from Kuala Lumpur International Airport and was alone at the time of her arrest. The first arrest was made on Wednesday when a woman carrying a Vietnamese travel document was taken into custody by police at the airport. According to South Korea's National Assembly Intelligence Committee, Kim Jong-nam died on Monday morning after allegedly being poisoned at the airport. Kim was about to board a flight to Macau, a Chinese territory, to see his family when he was killed. Malaysian Deputy Prime Minister Ahmad Zahid Hamidi said the North Korean embassy in Malaysia had confirmed Kim Jong-nam's identity. Kim had been traveling with two passports under the name Kim Chol. North Korea had requested Kim's body through the embassy, and Malaysia would comply once the autopsy was complete, Hamidi said. He added that no next of kin had asked for the body. He was for a time the most public before Kim Jong-2's sons, but reportedly lost his father's favor after using false documents to try to visit Tokyo Disneyland in 2001. After he left North Korea, the elder Kim sibling gained a reputation as an international playboy who was willing to speak openly about his family. And on sports, Arsenal manager Arsene Wenger said Arsenal mentally collapsed in the Champions League last 16 first leg, hammering at Bayern Munich.
Second goal, and with four players who were not there, and we conceded the second goal, and I think that's one, the second goal, and top of that, I think the most important in the second half, we lost Koscielny very quickly, came off at 1-1, and suddenly it looked that we collapsed, and it's different mentally. We collapsed, and overall I must say they're a better team than us as well. They played very well in the second half, and we dropped our level, and we were a bit unlucky as well, but overall well done Bayern, they were better than us.
The Gunners suffered a 5-1 elimination in the first knockout round for a 7th successive season at the Allianz Arena, which included 4 second-half goals after they lost defender Laurent Koscielny to injury. Arjen Robben fired Bayern into the lead, but Arsenal fought back and equalized when Alex Sanchez followed up and finished his own safe penalty. However, in the second half, the Gunners capitulated as Bayern excelled in a 10-minute period during which Robert Lewandowski restored Bayern's lead before Thiago Alcantara scored twice. Bayern Munich boss Carlo Ancelotti has been under a little pressure despite the side sitting 7 points clear at the end of the Bundesliga. Wednesday's result saw them break a Champions League record as they seal their 16th consecutive home win.
Робин подобрал мяч. Играет свою любимую игру. Удар! Ух ты! Вот это gol! Но это в то же время gol в стиле Arjen Robben.
Na defesa da grande penalidade, enche a baliza, é impressionante. A bola não sai muito para o canto e depois aqui a falta de enquadramento, o que é perfeitamente normal, de Xabi Alonso, reage, a bola descreve uma trajetória diferente àquela que é esperada, cá está.
É porque o Alexis toca na bola
e falha o remate,
mesmo
falha o remate,
acaba por tirar os
num
adversários
primeiro
do
momento, chegar alcançada no decorrer da primeira parte.
Lançamento da Philipp Lahm, cabeceamento para o golo. E Lewandowski faz o 2-1. Dizíamos que o Arsenal estava melhor, mas com esta qualidade pode aparecer a qualquer momento um golo. E a entrada de Gabriel, cá está o 4-1.
Instantes iniciais enganadores, instantes iniciais desta segunda parte. A bola toca, enxaca, parece.
But the former Chelsea and Real Madrid boss refused to say the tie was over before the return leg at Emirates Stadium on 7th March.